If you're a movie collector, you need Movies Anywhere. It pulls your favorite purchase movies from participating digital retailers into one central place, so you can finally say goodbye to scattered movie collections and hello to an organized library. With Movies Anywhere, you can watch your favorite movies on any compatible device, whenever and wherever you want. Ready to grow and enjoy your digital collection? Visit moviesanywhere.com/welcome and register for free. Registration with Movies Anywhere required. Open to U.S. residents 13 and over.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
Okay, well, I tell you what, here we go with yet another round of the Lost Zane Recordings FREEview. Okay, this was at a time doing radio. My years at WBBL. Okay, like 2 years and 8 months of radio shows. I released them twice a week on my Patreon, the full shows. I describe them as an audio time capsule. Okay, Trump had yet to be elected. We were getting closer to the election with today's episode. This comes from October 11th, 2016. I'd like to give you the first segment or something from that here on the free platform so you can check it out and think, well, you know, I might have to add this to my stable of listening of Eric Zane show material. 15 plus hours of content on my Patreon. Found at Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. Great accompaniment for the free daily podcast that I give you wherever you download podcasts. So enjoy this, the FREEview of the Lost Zane Recordings. And good morning. It's the Eric Zane Show, show number 126 for Tuesday, the 11th of October. For 107.3 WBBL, all of West Michigan. From Big Rapids down to Kalamazoo, Lansing and beyond to the Lakeshore. Sometimes a struggle going towards the Lakeshore. I get people that complain that sometimes they struggle in the Holland area. I don't know why a 50,000 watt radio station, you would think that the tower would be like where it is and then it radiates out at like equal distances. But that isn't how it goes.
No, that's not how it works.
Have you ever seen those coverage patterns of some radio stations where there'll be like a wild lobe of coverage, like almost like a weird shape, and then it
looks like a mushroom.
Yeah, it's really strange how that works out. But nevertheless, we've got 50,000 watts of power, pushing it along. I just wish we had like 55,000 watts so it would just jam over into the lakeshore. When I was over at the tower site with our engineer, Dave Grant, I go, oh, God, why can't I just boost it? Why can't you just hit power up? I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. Who's going to know? Come on. Don't touch anything. Damn it. Keep your hand. Have you ever been out there to the,
no, not that one, no.
You know where
it's like a Lowell, right?
No. Okay. I was thinking.
Or Ionia?
The WBBL one, we weren't actually at the WBBL one, but there is, near where that Coca-Cola plant is, there's another tower site for like LAV, and that's the LAV tower site. Mm-hmm. And it's right near where a religious station is, WFUR, you know, FUR. Nothing says religious programming like FUR. And, well, anyway, that's right, like right where it is. And we walk in there, and he's telling me that where the actual grounds where the tower is for our sister station is on like a Superfund site, like toxic waste dump, where when it was a piece of property owned by consumers, and when they had all sorts of like terrible things in the ground, and they trucked in hundreds of thousands of tons of dirt and just buried it.
Oh yeah. I think I've heard
I didn't know that
before. Yeah.
And so that's
don't poke at it.
Oh boy. And so now they've, as time has passed, it's now okay to walk on. But there was a time it was like, don't go near there. Stay away. But so I'm like, yeah, are you sure? I mean, are you sure this is the right place to be? Oh, yeah, it's fine. Just help me with this air conditioner. Help me.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'll do what you want. But nevertheless, here we are.
Yeah,
so,
the BBL coverage map is pretty sick looking.
Is it really?
I mean, it's circular, but I think it even goes farther than this map is indicating. Like,
in what direction? In all directions?
Well, toward Detroit.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard it damn near in Detroit.
Right.
Like, I was in Novi. I was still listening. I could listen to BBL. I wasn't.
It's remarkable. It's remarkable. I was always in awe when I would head towards the east side of the state, how far it would go. I was getting my huge opinion to the west of Lansing, or I should say to the east of Lansing.
I think I was listening to Jim Rome, and it was coming in staticky, like, I want to call me. I was like, oh, damn, it's still here.
Well, I was listening to Rome the other day, and the word all to him is all. Cool. All. And I don't know if that's Southern California.
I think that's Southern California, yeah.
But, yeah. And the word early is early. Early. It's not spelled E-A-R-L-Y. It's U-R-L-Y. It's early. My favorite show back in the 90s was My Name is Earl. Earl. Still like him. I still like the show. I've always enjoyed it. I haven't listened in a while, though. So I was now. By the way, did you register to vote? Did you get that done?
I did not get that done. I have to do that today.
So today's the day.
Today's the day.
You don't get it done today, you can't vote.
Then I cannot vote.
Why did you not? You said you had a goal to get it done yesterday. What the heck happened?
There was like a snafu with getting in there and stuff. So
where do you go? Is it Secretary of State? Is that what you have to do?
No, it was at the city clerk office.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go today, like at noon, because I found out some information. Like I could just drop off Laura. She doesn't have to actually be there. And I was gonna mail it. Completely forgot it was Columbus Day yesterday.
So did I. I
think everyone forgot it was Columbus Day because no one celebrates it, and probably rightfully so.
You know, it's funny. On the East Coast, they sure do.
Oh, they love it there.
Oh, my God.
There was that episode of Sopranos where they...
I didn't
that was Sopranos, right?
It was the Sopranos.
Yeah. They were
I didn't know
fighting the Native Americans.
Yes, I didn't even know what was going on in that episode. I was like, why are they all celebrating this? We don't do that in Michigan, as when I was every 3 years moving to a new part of the country to do radio.
I remember getting school off, though, in the early parts of my school days for Columbus Day.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it just stopped 1 year. Mm-hmm. It was weird.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. When's Leif Erikson Day? I wish we could celebrate that.
Another famous explorer.
Yeah, but he actually was the one that got here.
Yeah, is that right? Is that how he...
Yeah, he got here like...
Because Columbus, it was like the West Indies, was it not?
Yeah, well, yeah, but...
Well, why did we, for years when we were going to school, there was always like Columbus discovered America, Columbus discovered America. How could you screw that up? Did we suddenly get new information at one point?
I don't think it was new information, but Columbus was like beating his chest about it, and Leif Erikson was like...
So he lied?
I don't think... Well, he didn't know that Leif Erikson discovered it.
Oh, God.
But like Leif Erikson got here damn near 500 years before Columbus did. Think about that.
Yeah.
500 years is a long time.
Right.
The U.S. hasn't even been around for 500 years.
So what the hell did he do when he got here? You seem to know a lot about this. After he got here, was it like, all right, this is cool, and then he went back?
Pretty much. I mean, I think they stuck around for a little bit, but they went through like Greenland, down through Newfoundland.
There you go.
And I think they made it all the way down to Minnesota. Looking at his Wikipedia page, they have a statue of him in St. Paul.
There you go.
So I'm going to assume that there's a reason for that.
So where was he from? Is he like a Viking?
Yes.
So
I think he was past Viking, but...
So does that mean Norway?
Well, he was born in Iceland, it says. But all that was just like Scandinavia. Really weren't countries at that point, but it was like Norway. I think he'd be considered Norwegian now, but he was born in Iceland.
You know more than the average person. I'm pretty impressed with the things you pull out.
Thank you.
But anyway,
I've always liked Leif Erikson.
You've always been a fan of Leif Erikson. I've
always been a fan of Leif Erikson.
When did this affinity towards Leif Erikson start? At a school age when you said, oh, wow, that guy...
Well, I was probably...
Who says I'm a big fan of Leif Erikson? That has been mentioned by no one ever. That's
no,
really
literally
unique.
no one's ever said that.
No one's ever said on the radio, I'm a big fan of Leif Erikson. He's my favorite explorer.
I don't know. When I was in high school, I was... you might not believe it, but I gravitated toward the cynical people. And we were like...
What?
I was like, how come
shocking.
how come we don't get Columbus Day off anymore? And someone said, Columbus didn't even discover it. It was Leif Erikson. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
And that piqued your interest.
Piqued my interest, and I looked him up and discovered all sorts of stuff. And I was like, okay, Leif Erikson.
So in the entry,
Leif is cool.
Does it say Leif Erikson, known for his hatred of children?
Let's see, children.
He was known to punch random children when they were seen crying and doing what children do. And Julius is like, oh,
boom, this guy.
This is okay. So I see where the animosity towards kids originated with the one and only Leif Erikson. Oh, this is so simple to connect these dots.
Exactly. It's coming together now.
Had you been able to trick or treat, had your parents not...
I would have gone as Leif Erikson.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, there you would have put on your
dragging Columbus behind me.
Your horned Viking helmet and your buffalo jacket and fuzzy boots. You would look like a wilding. There you go.
Some coffee's fast, but not fresh. Some coffee's fresh, but only after a long wait. Speedway coffee is made fresh at the push of a button, hot or iced, so you can have fresh coffee your way, right away. Get 2 times the points when you buy any size hot or iced coffee drink with Speedy Rewards.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
So I had a conversation with a dude. I was walking through the YMCA, and this happens from time to time, and it's always...
The locker room?
This was not a locker room conversation, but a lot of those do happen.
Of course.
But this was out on the floor of the gym. And first of all, actually, I ran into 2 people. There was a nice guy who I've known for a little while named Scott, who didn't really know that I had worked in radio. And then when it became kind of a crazy story when I got fired, he there was a lot of my face on TV, and he said, "Hey, you're the guy from that story, the guy that got fired." And I went, "Yeah." So then I struck up a conversation with him months ago, and he has since found our show.
Oh,
and he's
good.
like, "Oh, I really like it," so that's cool. But then there was another conversation I had with a guy named Rick. So basically, I had a conversation with Rick and Scott, which is kind of weird because it's the name of an old, longtime, terrific morning show in this town. And Rick passed away, untimely death. But he
now, when you say untimely,
well, he died young.
Oh, okay.
He wasn't even in his 60s, I don't think. But and legendary radio career in this town. But that has nothing to do with this. I walk up to this guy Rick, and he says, "Hey man, I really like the show. You guys I've enjoyed it since you signed on." I go, "Well, that's terrific. Thank you. I really appreciate that." I said, "Yeah, it was a little weird at first, changing radio stations, but especially lately, we really seem to be. It seems to happen easier on the radio now with regular interval." And he goes, "Oh, well, I don't know. I had never heard of you." I go, "Really?" He goes, "Yeah, I listened to everything but you when you. I didn't even know you had a radio show in this town," which is really interesting because because you assume that it's like a lot of people that maybe like when suddenly we show up, it's another option for radio in this town. What people would listen to, whether it be the old show or other shows in general, it's just another option. But he goes, "No. I had no idea anything, and I just stumbled upon the show, and I go, wow." And that's like the first conversation I've ever had like that, where it was legitimately a new listener,
right,
who had no idea.
So you just scrolling through the dial?
I guess. That's basically what he said.
I wonder what what got his attention. I wonder what bit.
Oh, that's a great call. That's actually a good question because I've done that before in the past. It was like, what was the one thing you heard that made you think, boy, I gotta regularly come back to this show just to see what's going on, because they seem to have captured it with whatever it may be we were talking about.
Does he not like kids? Because it could have been anything.
I don't know. I think he looked like to be a fatherly type. Oh. But you know what? It's funny you mention that because when you make those comments, I don't think that that's necessarily the type of thing that draws people away from the show. That makes them say, I'm not going to. I have had people complain about you. and it's interesting because I was always the guy getting complained about.
There you go. So now you're on the other end.
Exactly. And so, but you know, if you imagine, if you're listening at home, it would be impossible, and we've talked about this before, for me to show up on the air and just suddenly start lobbing grenades randomly, which was what my job description was at the last place. And
I lob very strategic grenades.
Julius is a strategic grenade lobber. And so
kind of like an oxymoron.
You can't have two grenade lobbers. You have to have one person that sets up the battlefield so that chump Julius can chuck those grenades at regular interval. So I was like, oh, it's pretty cool that guy actually did that. So do you have a Samsung phone?
No, hell no.
This is getting worse for them. This is a totally different.
I kind of wanted to get a Samsung phone when this one kind of dies.
This might be the end of this company.
Well,
this is incredible what is happening.
No,
now.
I don't think so. I think that's overreaction because it's just the one phone, from my understanding.
It's changed.
Not all Samsung phones are blowing up.
Well,
it's just the 7 Note,
Galaxy Note 7.
Yeah.
Well, it is. Yes, that's true. But what's
like Laura has a Samsung Galaxy.
Correct. Okay.
But it's not a Note. And there's been I haven't heard any kind of scuttle about.
Well, you know how it is, though. People often hear that, and it can affect the brand.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the actual name, but
Samsung's such a good company. Where's my bell?
You know, there's also been an issue. There's also been an issue with washing machines and dryers made by that company too.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken. The front load washers and dryers have been
those are so nice.
Have been having issues too. Which is, you know, now you have officially is a bad year. if two of your mainstays in your product line are defective and starting fires. Now, okay, so the unprecedented move, this unprecedented move, they issued an alert to customers on Monday asking users to immediately turn off their Galaxy Note 7 smartphones, which have been spontaneously catching on fire. And you've heard about this for some time, but these are the replacements. The unprecedented move comes one day after Samsung halted production of the device. They said it will also ask all carrier and retail partners globally to stop sales and exchanges of the Galaxy Note 7 while it investigates the cause of the fires. It also said consumers with either an original Galaxy Note 7 or replacement Galaxy Note 7 should power down and stop using the device.
Power down.
They're calling it a major setback to the South Korean electronics manufacturer. According to the article we're looking at, the company's stock plunged more than 5% Tuesday morning in Seoul. Now they released it, as you know, in in August, the Galaxy Note 7, 5.7 inch, in anticipation of Apple's new iPhone 7. But customers immediately started complaining about their phones catching on fire. The company explained that faulty lithium-ion batteries were overheating the device and causing it to ignite. Now, earlier in September, you recall, they said, bring back the 2.5 million devices that are out there, and we'll give you a new one.
We had people calling in that said there's no way they're going to take it back. I wonder if this is going to change.
The ones that they replaced them with have been bursting into flames, too. In the past week, an American user reported his replacement phone caught fire even though it wasn't plugged in. And on Wednesday, smoke started billowing from a replacement Galaxy Note 7 on a Southwest airline plane before it departed.
That's a good look.
Prompted the flight's cancellation. Now, here's the thing. I wonder if this could possibly bring down a plane, and here's why I say that. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is investigating the incident on the plane, and U.S. safety regulators and Samsung urged Galaxy Note 7 customers in early September to immediately stop using the phones. The FAA issued a warning to air travelers last month, asking them to keep the Galaxy Note 7 phones turned off, not to charge them, and to not stow them in any checked baggage. So if it's in a checked luggage, let's say it's in the belly of the plane,
right?
And let's just say it catches on fire.
That's more dangerous than catching on fire in the cabin.
Yeah, and then the luggage starts to burn, and then all of a sudden an oxygen tank explodes. That plane's going down.
Oh, yeah. Fast, too.
Wow. Samsung said that customers who shut down their phones can take advantage of the remedies available. According to U.S. federal regulators, consumers are entitled to a full refund. Wow. Whoa. That is a bad deal, man. In the very next segment, some local hill jacks from Coopersville are in big trouble. Wait until you hear this story. It's got a lot of people pissed off. I even brought this up with Tony Gates from LAV off the air. You know, one of the members of the local of the Lowell chapter of Ducks Unlimited. That's Ducks Unlimited. And
you were pretty right about that, though. Like, Ducks eliminated.
Gates, he had the red ass this morning when I was talking about this. He's like, "Oh yeah, Michelle, we got to bust this out." I was like, I told him that just so that Michelle would roll her eyes, because you get Tony going on a hunting kick on LAV, and she's going to be like, "I can't talk about this. I don't know what's going on." We'll break that down next about these idiots. Wait until you hear this. It's all on the way. And if anybody asks you who you listen to, please tell them the Eric Zane Show in 107.3 WBBO. That's it. My FREEview is in the books. If you want to check out my Patreon, just try it for 1 month. I mean, then you're out just $5 or $10. No big deal. The $5 a month gets you all of the audio archive and everything new, okay? And you're part of a select fraternity that's helping keep the lights on. You can also sign up for $10 a month. Yes, sure. I'll call it a trial period. That gives you all of the audio, the video, the live streams. You're part of the audience for the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. There's a lot there. Go into that site and get lost in the content. And if you like it, you can convert it to a yearly, and I'll knock 10% off the cost. Whatever you want, or let it ride if you want, or cancel that shit. Okay, thank you for the time. And you have a great rest of your day, and I'll check you later on right here.
For the ones who get going when the going gets tough, and the ones who know we're tougher together. For the Pathfinders breaking new ground, Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as fast access to experts and 24/7 customer support. Because we know you have people depending on you, so you can always depend on us. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Some coffee's fast, but not fresh. Some coffee's fresh, but only after a long wait. Speedway coffee is made fresh at the push of a button, hot or iced, so you can have fresh coffee your way, right away. Get 2 times the points when you buy any size hot or iced coffee drink with Speedy Rewards.